It's about to get diplomatic. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today, I've got a video that I've been wanting to discuss for the last probably year or so, but I thought now would be a perfect time as Star Wars Outlaws is close to release, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the gameplay and stuff and my thoughts on Star Wars Outlaws now. And I want to talk about Star Wars as a whole as well, because I just recently watched the new Acolyte show, and I kind of just want. I said this has been it for me. It's just been really bad Star Wars lately. So I kind of want to just talk about some things, and but again, I'm still going to try and bring up some positives because I do feel like that this video is needed. I'm sure mostly everybody has seen the Star Wars Outlaws gameplay trailer that Ubisoft have for Ubisoft Forward, and I've got to say, seeing a bit more gameplay and seeing what you can do, seeing what you can upgrade, I'm definitely a lot more interested to play this game. I was already interested before, but now it's inclined me to actually get the game. I don't know if I'll be getting it on release, but I will be definitely getting it at some point this year. So with that being said, guys, yeah, I know some people are still iffy about Star Wars Outlaws, but I hope the gameplay aspect has kind of helped shape your view. If you still don't want to get, that's down to you. If you do want to get, then that's also down to yourself as well. But don't try and influence others if they want to get this game or they don't want to get this game or whatever the case may be, because again, I'm not a person that influences my decisions for you guys. I'm just speaking my mind here. That's all I can really say and do. But overall, I'm impressed with it, and yeah, this is definitely a get. I will be doing a playthrough. I don't know if I want to do a final thoughts on this. I think I actually want to do a playthrough on this. Again, I am a passionate Star Wars fan, so I can definitely see myself playing this game, and it does look like a lot of fun. It definitely looks like you're gonna have a great time with this one for sure. But with that being said, let's talk about Star Wars shows. Let's get to the title of this video. So, I've been a Star Wars fan for years, guys, right? And me personally, for the last couple of years, Star Wars has definitely gone down a really crappy path. And I'm talking in bad writing, bad characters, and bad storytelling. Okay? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Disney, as we all know already, or some of us already know, most of us already know, Disney have completely messed it up. And it's not to just do with this show. I personally think the Acolyte, it's just, for me, guys, there's no direction. There's no direction going into this show. I watched the first 2 episodes. I just sat there and I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't have anything positive to say about this show. It was mostly negative. And I was just kind of sitting there, kind of bland, not really thinking like, oh, what's going to happen next with that excitement? Because normally in Star Wars, there's an excitement. Even if I don't like something about a particular show or movie, there's still that somewhat of excitement. But in this case, it wasn't. Then it gets to episode 3 of The Acolyte, right? I was like, okay, I'm all for I'm all for, spoiler alert, first and foremost, I'm all for the witches. I'm all for there being different types of witches. That's all I can say about the witches. I'm all for it because Star Wars is a big galaxy, so I understand that. But the direction, the acting, the storytelling, guys, what the is going on? Like, seriously, what is going on? What's happening? Because I am actually just so confused. Like, why are Star Wars videos games better than the live action we've been getting in the last couple of years now? Now, I understand, when it comes to Star Wars video games, have they been perfect? No. There's been some games that have been pretty much okay to average, some games that were bad, but for the most part, there have been games that were really enjoyable. Let's take it back to an enjoyable Star Wars game. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Revenge of the Sith, the movie game. That game was really good. And now let's move it up to the most recent Star Wars games. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Both have been great additions to the Star Wars fan base. I definitely feel like they are Star Wars. They are Star Wars video games. And they feel like more than video games. You're so immersed into the story of Cal Kestis, of Merrin, the crew, all these other characters that are in Star Wars, even the villains, the Sith. You even see Darth Vader again. You're like, wow, this is really getting somewhere. This is going somewhere, right? Now, I don't know where it is, but I think the shows are really bad right now. And there are some I'm not saying that all the Star Wars shows are bad. There have been some great highlight moments. There has been Andor and there's been The Mandalorian. Those two, for without a doubt, have been the best shows. You know, and I'll give Disney credit for that. But let's talk about the rest. You know, you got Ahsoka. I like Ahsoka, but there's some issues. Kenobi, there were some issues, but I still liked it. The Acolyte, Book of Boba Fett, even though I somewhat enjoyed the Book of Boba Fett, but the Acolyte is really poor. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, guys. Honestly, I really want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I've been loving Star Wars right now, but I'm only loving the video game side of it. I should be loving all aspects of Star Wars. And let me say this, yeah, in terms of the bad acting and the bad writing and whatnot, Disney novels, like the new recent novels from Star Wars, have been really good. So my thing is this, is that why aren't Disney picking up the people who write the novels to write scripts, to do something to help out with the writing? Because the writing is like, it's just lifeless. The acting even itself is lifeless. Honestly, it is lifeless. Like, the only thing I like about the Acolyte right now, guys, is probably Soul's character. There's a few characters I thought that were cool, like Soul's character. Obviously, he's the main actor from Squid Games. I thought he seems interesting. They got Trinity from the they got the woman from the Matrix, man. She is like a staple. And then she gets killed off in the first episode. Then she comes back. I'm like, well, okay, it's just. Yeah, you know, guys, it's just really annoyed me that I'm in a place now where I don't even want to watch Star Wars anymore. I can play the video games, because with the video games I've been happy. I know that there's some video games that haven't been particularly the best. I know from Star Wars Rogue Squadrons, the remakes of Battlefront 1 and 2. I understand those games, and even now some people have said they've become a bit more enjoyable because of the right patches, but it weren't like that at the start. You know what I mean? But even still, there's people can still find some enjoyment out of these things. But with these recent shows, it's very hard to find enjoyment. Now they want to focus on a Rey movie. I'm not being funny, but if I was Daisy Ridley, I would not come back, because her character seemed somewhat interesting, and I thought, okay, she seems cool. Wonder what her background is. What's her story? Turns out she's Palpatine's granddaughter. Like, when did who? Okay, who? This is what I'm saying, guys. Honestly, like, I'm gonna say certain words, but nah, you know. And again, I like Daisy Ridley as an actor. I just felt like that her story made no sense. So the fact that they want to make a movie for her and carry on the new Star Wars story, it just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, but you've ruined her story. You've pretty much ruined her story. So yeah, I don't know what direction Star Wars is going in. In terms of the video games, yeah, that's about it for me. I'm going to be playing them. I don't know if I'm going to be watching any Star Wars. I will try it. My patience is very high, but right now it is low. It is very low, and I hate it. This is something I grew up on. This is something I love. I don't want to be the guy that complains all the time and sits there, and I don't want to be a part of any bandwagons and be like, oh no, this show's whack, this shows this shows that. Like, it's not about that. This is just coming from a passionate fan who was enjoying Star Wars to now, I hate it. Not fully hate it, but I just hate some aspects, you know? And I remember after the sequel trilogy, I was like, oh my days, where can everything go wrong? And then they brought The Mandalorian, then they brought Andor, and I thought, okay, this is cool, we're going in the right direction. Then we get to Kenobi, which I think is where it started. It started with Kenobi, and Kenobi is the main character of this. Darth Vader is the main character of this, and even with Kenobi, there was still some big issues with this, and I was just like, man, it's crazy. It's sad to, you know, witness these type of things as well. And again, I'm not here to push the narrative. I'm not here to shape anyone's opinions. I'm just saying my viewpoint. But yeah, anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, because I want to discuss this. I want to see what some of you guys have to say about Star Wars. What's your takes right now? One thing I will say is that, you know, no matter what fan you are, whether you like the Disney era Star Wars or you like the George Lucas Star Wars, we're still Star Wars fans at the end of the day. we can still discuss things even if we don't like certain aspects right now or in the past or whatever. We can still discuss things and be objective about things as well, and be nice to each other. Because again, Star Wars is for everybody. I shouldn't have to say that, but I have to, because a lot of people feel that, oh, if you like Disney Star Wars, you're not a real Star Wars fan. You know, and it's just like, no, let's not do that. Oh, if you like the prequels and the original trilogy, then, oh, you know, you're old, you're too old, you're old head, you don't understand Star Wars anymore, Star Wars has changed. Like, no, let's not do that either. But yeah, anyway guys, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. Let me know your thoughts. I want to see how everyone feels about this. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.